Hey there, Mama, and welcome back to the Moms Overcoming Overwhelm podcast, episode 55. I'm Emily McDermott, and I am here beside you on this journey as we work together to declutter your home, head, and heart. I hope you enjoyed last Thursday's conversation with Allie Cornish. Perhaps you are suffering from a chronic illness like Allie, or you're just looking for a community of like-minded moms who want to simplify, declutter, and find freedom in living with less. If so, I invite you to join our group of over 200 mamas in the free Facebook group. Just go to tinyurl.com/moms overcoming overwhelm. Today, I'm sharing some super easy hacks to help you declutter your closet with ease. And these hacks will not only work for you, but your kids as well. I know that as the weather changes and we transition into fall, it's time for the dreaded clothing switch out from season to season. These 5 tips will make that process much easier, and I can't wait to share them with you. So what do you say? Grab that notebook and pen, and let's dive into today's episode. Hey there, Mama. Are you tired of all the stuff crowding your home, calendar, and mind? Do you wish you could say goodbye to the endless to-do list running around in your head? Want to declutter but don't know where to start? You're in the right place. Welcome to Moms Overcoming Overwhelm, where you will find proven and practical solutions to declutter your home, head, and heart. Hi, I'm Emily, a wife, boy mom, and simplicity seeker. I struggled to get pregnant and felt overwhelmed until I discovered decluttering could create the physical and emotional space I needed to become a mom. Now, 2 kids later, I've transformed my life and motherhood by developing simple systems around decluttering, capsule wardrobes, kid stuff, cleaning and tidying, meal planning, time management, and more, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you're ready to reclaim the time and energy you crave, be present with your kids, and finally enjoy the life and motherhood you so deserve, let's kick overwhelm to the curb, shall we? Grab your lukewarm coffee, your notebook and pen, and clear up some counter space. Let's do this. Today's featured review is from S.M. Rolfing. She titled it, "Love the New Tuesday Episodes," and that alone makes me so happy. Here's what she writes. As an overwhelmed mom of 4 and manager of a lot of stuff, this podcast helps me breathe and feel like I can tackle it all. And it doesn't make me feel like it all has to be done right now. You give me the okay to take time to get it done. Love this. And Tuesdays are my most busy days, so adding the extra day to listen on my drive is great. Well, thank you so much for that lovely review. And remember that for the month of September, if you leave a rating and written review in Apple Podcasts, 5 stars are my favorite, right? Take a screenshot of it and send it to me at info@simplebyemmy.com. You will be entered in a drawing for a decluttering book of your choice. And if you've already left a review and a rating, thank you so much. Share it with a friend and send that screenshot to me at info@simplebyemmy.com for an entry in the giveaway. And the giveaway is all month long. The winner is going to be announced on October 3rd. And P.S. no one has sent me a screenshot yet. What? Somebody's got to win, so it might as well be you, Mama. Okay, are you ready for these 5 hacks? These are some of my favorite for decluttering excess clothing with ease, and you can use them for yourself and your kids, which makes them even better. The first one may seem counterintuitive, but if you've been around here for any length of time, you know what it is: daily laundry. When I speak to moms groups and tell them about daily laundry, everyone is very skeptical. But the majority of moms I know who have tried it love it. I speak about this at length in episode 26, but here are 3 quick reasons why daily laundry helps with clothing clutter. The first is that when you wash clothing every day, you have a sense of what you actually need. So for example, even if you budgeted 2 shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of underwear, and 2 pairs of socks a day for your kids, because maybe they're like mine and they come home from school super sweaty and stinky, maybe that's just my kids, they would still only need a maximum of 14 of each of those things per week. And currently in my kids' drawers, they have 3 to 4 pairs of pajamas, about 10 shirts, and 10 pairs of shorts. Underwear and socks, probably 10 to 15 pairs apiece. And you know what? It's not much different for me. The second thing about daily laundry is that you see what everyone prefers to wear if it's clean almost every day. You see what you and your kids never touch, and what their favorites are, and that helps you declutter what you no longer like and therefore what you no longer need. The third benefit of daily laundry is that you don't have to think about it, which frees up your brain power and energy for more important things, like decluttering perhaps. Okay, so the second hack is using the container concept that I speak about in episode 6 and pretty much every episode after for your clothing. You want to designate a certain amount of physical space for each category of clothing. Now, I talk about this pretty far at length in episode 48. Most people, have their clothing hanging in closets or laying in drawers. I'm not going to say folded because no judgment here. But have you ever designated a certain amount of space for each category? Depending on the size of your drawer, maybe you have one category of things in there. I have a drawer for sweaters, for example, just sweaters. But my drawers are big enough that I can comfortably put dividers in them. And so I can put limits on certain categories of clothing items using them. You can get super fancy, but remember, I'm not going to encourage you to go buy any bins or dividers. I cut the tops and sides off of Amazon boxes, and I use those to separate my underwear, bras, socks, sports bras, tights and pantyhose, and so forth. My kids have them in their drawers for underwear and socks. And if you want to see this in action, join the free Facebook group where I frequently do behind-the-scenes tours of my home. For hanging things, you can use the masking tape hack that I mentioned in episode 48. You can designate a certain amount of space for short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, dresses, skirts, and so forth. And then you can put a little bit of masking tape on the hanging rod so you have a physical limit for those items to be there comfortably. If you want to know about how to go about deciding what stays and what goes, check out episode 20 all about decluttering your closet. And also, let's move on to hack number 3 for something fun to try, the reverse hanger trick. Now, I did not come up with this, but I love it and use it myself. Take all your hangers in your closet and face them backwards. And as you wear something and then put it back into your closet after it's been washed and cleaned, reverse the direction of the hanger. After a certain period, let's say 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how frequently you're doing laundry, see what hangers are still reversed that you haven't touched in those 2 weeks. Supposedly, we wear 20% of our clothing 80% of the time, following what's called the Pareto principle. So if you see a lot of hangers facing the opposite way, you may want to consider decluttering those clothes. Hack number 4 is something I use in my own life as well, and it makes me sing every time I get dressed or put away clean clothing. If you know the song Irreplaceable by Beyonce, it starts with, to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. And now you're feeling like you're out doing karaoke with me, right? Now, while I won't suggest you put everything in a box to the left or to the right, I do move things to the left in a drawer as I take something out of it. So that goes for underwear, socks, workout pants, workout shirts, and more. Clean clothes as they come in go to the right. And then as I move something to the left and take that item, if I keep wanting to skip it, I can ask myself why. Maybe it doesn't fit me anymore, it's not my style, or I just never feel like wearing it. It gives us that moment of mindfulness so we can decide what to do with that instead of just taking our favorites and forgetting the rest. I can also do this with my kids when I put clean clothes in their room, and I pay attention to what they gravitate towards and if they're quote-unquote skipping some clothes in favor of others. Okay, so we are already at hack number 5. So when we see all the hangers in the opposite direction or keep skipping over clothes as we're moving them to the left, what do? Well, you can decide to declutter them outright, and that's great. But if you're not sure or you're not ready, you can use my favorite decluttering hack, the out of sight, out of mind bin. I go into this in depth in episode 48. You can take a box or bin you can't see through with a sturdy lid and put clothing in there. Perhaps it doesn't fit in the container that you've designated, or it's some of the clothing you keep skipping over, or maybe it's clothing that you like but don't love, and you can put it in the out of sight, out of mind bin for a certain amount of time. I recommend 30 to 60 days max. Make sure you put a reminder in your phone, and when the day comes, if you don't miss anything, donate the contents. Okay, I have a bonus hack coming at you. Hack number 6 is all about the seasonal change out of clothing that we talked about. Now, I have gotten myself down to one bin for changing out clothes, same with my kids, but I know that the change out can be super stressful. So here's a few recommendations. The first is that you work on decluttering your clothing and your kids' clothing using hacks 1 to 5 as much as you can before you need to change out clothing for the season. These are things that you can do in the span of a week or two, and they'll make a huge difference. And as you start to take clothing out of the seasonal clothing bin for fall, maybe that's sweatshirts, pants, long sleeve shirts, then you only take out what you plan to wear for that day. Keep the rest in the bin. In other words, just take out what you use, and after a few weeks, see if you miss anything in the bin. Then you can decide whether you want to transition everything or declutter some of the excess for that season. I hope these hacks are helpful as you think about clothing changeouts or just decluttering those extra clothes that are cluttering your closet. So let's review these hacks, shall we? Hack number 1 is daily laundry. Don't knock it till you've tried it, I promise. Hack number 2 is using the container concept, but extending that idea to drawer dividers or masking tape for hanging items. Remember, you can use what you have, no need to go to the container store. Hack number 3 is the reverse hanger trick, and hack number 4 is the to the left technique that's going to have you singing along, I'm sure. Hack number 5 is to use that out of sight, out of mind bin for anything extra you're not ready to part with quite yet. And bonus tip number 6 is to keep clothing in your seasonal change-out bins and take them out only as you wear them. That way, you don't have to put away clothes you don't need, but can declutter them first. I hope this episode blessed you, and if so, please feel free to share it with a friend and join the free Facebook group at tinyurl.com/Moms Overcoming Overwhelm. On Thursday, we'll be talking to minimal mom of 9, Angie Whip, all about how she simplifies and streamlines her family stuff and routines and more. I'll see you in a couple days. Bye for now. If you like today's podcast, here's what you can do. Just take 30 seconds to leave me a review. I know you're a busy mama. You're overwhelmed, in fact. But 30 seconds of your day makes such an impact. I'll be blessed by your words. They'll definitely make my day. And who knows, you might be entered for this month's giveaway. In Apple Podcasts, scroll down to write a review. Thanks so much for your time. I'm so grateful for you.